But I find that like probably 70% of engineers are ask all the questions up front and then they're not as bad during the build. And 30% of them will drive you crazy during the entire build. And they'll be at the house every day measuring everything and then calling you, telling you your measurements are wrong. I don't know which one this guy's going to be, but he's going to be that one of those. Um, what other stuff can I help you with this guy?
I think, I mean, I just need to get him moved. Like, I just need him to sign. I feel like he's asked, I don't know how many more questions he can have, but
A lot.
I know. He sent me another email this morning, but they're easy questions. I can answer those. And then I have another
I
customer
would,
too
this
that
is what I would do. I would not reply by email to a list of questions from somebody. I would call him and answer them over the phone.
that's what I did with yesterday's email. Today is only two, so I can call him again. That's fine.
It's going to become the grounds for the lawsuit if you don't.
Okay.
So make them verbal conversations and not replies to a 47-point email.
Do
I
you
can
ever
do that.
And
just
and if he wants you to only reply in writing to the 47-point email, I would just tell him, you're not a good fit for us as a builder. I wish you the best, but you're going to have to find somebody else.
He too is one that he was a financial, like he went to his financial planner and the financial planner actually told him it was okay. So I was like, that's exact opposite of everybody else that's gone to their financial planner. So
That is a rarity that a financial planner tells somebody they should buy a house.
yeah.
But with the guy who wants you to put everything in writing for the 47 questions, I'm in all seriousness saying I would tell that client that you're not a good fit for us, and I hope you find a builder who wants to build for you, but we're not going to be that builder.
Okay.
Yeah, because they're looking to file a lawsuit. I have a builder right now that's in a lawsuit with a guy just like that. And he sued him for what was it, Jordan? What's he being sued for?
thought it was the drainage?
Well, it's the drainage, but the lawsuit is like a civil rights violation
Oh,
because the customer asked for a daylight basement, signed off on a daylight basement, and then after the daylight basement home is almost 100% complete, is suing him because he should have known he wanted a walkout basement. And so it's a civil rights violation, is what he's suing him for. You can't make this stuff up. But he was that guy with 100 questions and he wants them in writing. So that's why there's not very many people I want to say, no, we won't build a house for you, but that is the guy I would.
Okay.
Because he'll eat up so much of your time, you won't have time to write the next 3 contracts. Because it's not going to just be up until the sign, it's going to get much worse afterwards with that guy. And so, you got it as nice as you can, like say, are you one of these kinds of engineers or are you one of those kinds of engineers? And I would even tell them, I'd like to tell you a story about 2 engineers. One of them asked me a ton of questions, and I understand you want detailed answers before we got going. And then another one sent me 23 questions a day for 6 months. And I want to know which guy you are, because if you're the 23 questions a day for 6 months while we're building the home, then you're not a good fit for us. And I'm just being honest with you. And there's might be a builder out there. I don't know of any. There might be a builder out there who would be happy to build for somebody like that. I don't know any builders who would do that, or I'd refer you to them. And they know how they are. Engineers know they're like that. So if they're self-aware, they'll kind of let go of it and go, yeah, I could be like that. So, And then there's other guys who are like, no, I'm not going to drive you crazy. I just want to know before I go in what I'm going into. And that's kind of understandable, right? So,
Okay.
and we're not looking to hide anything from him or anything. Like, I want his questions answered, but it's like, I'll give you, the guy who wants to measure everything will be very disappointed in his home. If he starts measuring everything while we're framing it and trying to like manage the job for us, it will not go well. So you want to get that out in the beginning, right? So,
Yeah.
okay. What other questions? Any other questions?
I just have another other people that I do a virtual price out today. So
Yep.
they came in, they like
Do a price.
they want to do a dune, and they went to Florida, and I was trying to do the virtual price out with them, and while they were in Florida last week, and they just kind of ghosted me, wouldn't answer my calls, my emails, or anything. So then he called me yesterday and they want to do it today, but they're only here for a week and then they're leaving for 2 weeks to go back to Florida. So I need to try and get everything
I'm
done
trying to
this.
do everything while
Yeah.
they're here before they
So
leave.
any ways to like make everything happen super quick?
I would just say to them, the best way to make sure all of that you get everything going is to do it while you're here. It's much easier to do it in person, and I know
Okay.
how life goes when you're not in person. So I am willing to kind of clear my schedule to go through all this stuff and answer all your questions for you. I'm willing to set up a couple of appointments and make sure I have the time available before you leave. So let's go ahead and when are you doing the first appointment? Do you have
Today at
it?
1.
Okay, and then have they picked a home site?
46, yeah.
Okay, so do you think they're going to be ready to reserve it today?
I hope so. I'm gonna push them towards it because I do have somebody else interested in it. So,
Yeah,
and I mean, we're down to like 6. I mean, if the people on 31 and then these, so we're down to 4 after this. So if they don't, I mean, there's not many options if they don't. So,
yep. And I would just make sure they know that. And I would say, look, guys, I'm not putting any pressure on you, but I do want you to know that, in just the last little bit, we've sold out of most of the remainder of this community. It's the hottest neighborhood in Valparaiso, and we've only got 4 home sites remaining after this. And
okay.
so I'm afraid that if you leave, they will all be gone by the time you come back. So I highly suggest that you reserve it and if that's the one you want. And then I would say, and let's go ahead and get your paperwork going before you guys leave, so we can just nail it down, and you don't have to have that hanging over your head while you're in Florida.
Okay.
And in the worst case scenario, I would get everything nailed down and then DocuSign them if you
Yeah.
have.
Allison said we could do that too. Okay.
Yep.
Okay.
I would do as much as you can to just nail it down before you go. And if they're like, well, can we just hold our home site reservation until we get back? No. No, I have
That's
other people who want it and they actually already know that you reserved it. Like if you reserve it and then they're about to leave 3 days later and they're like, can we just extend it till we get back? I would just say, no, I have somebody else who, if you don't move forward within the 7-day period, then they have dibs on it
okay.
and just push them to do it.
Okay.
Yeah, that's what I would do.
Got
The
it.
fear of loss, the fear of loss is the greatest creator of urgency, which really comes down to the one of a kind home site, right? It's not the floor plan. We can build that again. It's I got to get that home site thing.
Yeah.
So
Okay. All
it's a
right. Thank you.
you have a great problem. I love it
Yes.
when the neighborhood's almost sold out, right?
Yeah. It's easy.
Yeah, it really is. Okay, let's talk about scripted calls. Let's flip over here. Let's look for an inbound call. Here's an inbound call. Boom, let's listen to one of these bills.
This is Justin. How can I make your day great?
Hello?
Yes, this is Justin.
Is this John?
This is Justin with Flint Rock Homes. How you doing?
Okay, we deal with John. We are moving into 2105 North 21st Street.
Okay, that's awesome. Not a customer call.
I can't remember a customer calling recently, but
Okay.
Thank you for calling Flint Rock Homes. John, how may I help you?
Hey, is Mackenzie there?
Okay, let me move to an outbound real quick.
and I made some on the 11th. What was that? Was it the 12th? Yes. No. Yeah, the 11th was the last day I worked.